Valley Club, Knull Diamonds are available this week. How hard are you gonna push? The Annihilation Raids are still bugged. And where have the devs gone this week? We're talking about all these topics and everything else coming up in Marvel Strikeforce in this edition of your Marvel Strikeforce Weekly News Update. Joining me all the way back, he's in the helicarrier now. It is my brother MobileGamer, and if you're ready for all these topics, then brother Mobile, let him know what to do.
Let's go smash it!
And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. This is MobileGamer, and this is your Marvel Strikeforce Weekly News Update. We do this every single week, keep you up to date on everything that has happened and is upcoming in Marvel Strikeforce. And if you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new video goes up. But it has been way too long. How have you been, brother Mobile?
I've been amazing. We're in the same alliance now, so we're having lots of fun.
That is how long we have not done a video together. We've been in the same alliance for a while now, and that has affected our wars.
I was in Florida. Yeah, so
well, the summer it was hard for me during the summer to make videos as well. The timing just wasn't working out on my end, so but we're back. We're making a video. We're making a news video all about Marvel Strikeforce. And I guess the big thing for me, actually, how are you enjoying Marvel Strikeforce? Before I get onto some of the news, how are you enjoying the game right now? How are you enjoying the state of the game? What is going on in the game?
I've taken a lot more relaxed approach to Marvel Strikeforce. I'm on a spending pause, which is pending, okay. Right? Which is, I'm not opposed to
your spending is pending.
Yeah, I have not spent in months, like 3 months, I think. And so, which is fine. I will spend if there's value. I just haven't had the need. So it's kind of nice taking a different approach to like characters like Scorpion. Not unlocked him. I may not unlock him until the third character hits the game. I don't know what I need him for right now. That's just a very different approach.
I have a question about when that approach started. Did that approach start after you got Professor X? And then nothing really to chase for you? No real big grand prize?
Pretty much my frustration with the game started after getting Professor X. And then it just felt like there was nothing to do. And it was like, okay, there's nothing to do. I'm playing these game modes. I'm not getting anything out of them that's helping my account move forward. Like the rewards felt meaningless and I'm just clicking buttons. And then it's like, if I want my account to get bigger or grow, it essentially was reduced to buying new characters, and that's just not fun for me. It's just not fun. I don't get any value or personal fulfillment or satisfaction. It's weird to say it that way, but you know what I mean.
I like the chase. I like the chase. There's another game I played that I'm missing so much stuff, and I'm so excited because I'm missing so much stuff. There's a lot that I already have in Strikeforce right now, so it's not as I don't have a chase right now in Strikeforce right now.
And I know what you're talking about, and there's a big difference, and I'm sure people watching know what we're talking about, so it doesn't really matter. The thing is this: in Marvel Strikeforce, you're compelled to get every character. Like there's they're jabbing you with a screwdriver to get every character. Like you're almost incentivized. You don't have to do anything. I understand. You don't have to play the game. But you're heavily incentivized to get every single character. For this other game, you don't have to get any of them, and they really.
It's not possible. It's not possible to get all the characters. It's impossible.
And it's completely unnecessary. You literally are given the agency to go after the ones you like, and that's it. Or the ones that you get, you really have no obligation to get all of them. And in fact, if you had the mindset of collect them all, get ready to spend way more money than you could ever spend in Marvel Strikeforce. Where Marvel Strikeforce, it's like, no, you must get this character if you want to play this game, which is really weird. It's just very different.
Little different philosophy in both the games, but as far as the news in Marvel Strikeforce, it's little lacking this week. This is the news channel on Discord. Normally this is updated with bugs and everything like that. There were some bugs that were going on, but nothing's really been communicated. So kind of a surprise there. No new promo codes either. The most recent promo code expired 3 days ago. So nothing new this week as far as promo codes. Now, the only thing that's going on as far as events related with this and the devs is this mission briefing here where you get to vote, and what you're voting for is where the Sinister Six is going to attempt to trap Spider-Man next week. So you're voting for the environment that the game is going to be played in next week for this mission. Doesn't get any rewards. So a lot of times with these polls, when we voted for, or the past few polls, when we voted for that, when we had 1,000 votes at least, we would get a promo code. Nothing. What do you think is going on this week? Do you think it's just kind of a lull time in the game that you're talking about? No real chase? Is it because of Labor Day? I know the devs were off on Labor Day. What do you think is going on with this lack of information this week?
I actually think it's Labor Day. There's an extra day off. Yeah, I don't think there's anything other than that. I wouldn't. Yeah, I just think it's Labor Day.
Occam's razor. The simplest answer is probably the most likely answer.
Yeah. I just don't think it's anything else. Like, I feel like they have an allocation of codes per month, and maybe they hit the cap of amount. It's supposed to be the 200,000. Antimatter, right? Maybe they hit that, and that's it. I don't know. It feels like we just hit, or maybe they're saving it. It feels like we're done. As far as that goes.
I don't know. Maybe they have a budget of the Antimatter, but I remember like 2 weeks ago, there was like 15 codes that came out of the game, and it was like for very little Antimatter. Now, if you entered all those codes, it was a decent amount of Antimatter, but I don't know. I like more codes and entering more and creating more hype and stuff than one code giving everything else.
Pathfinder said something very specific, and I guess I inferred that there was a.
Oh, okay. I missed the Pathfinder message. What did he say?
So people were complaining because the codes went down, right? Like we were starting to get like low amounts of like per code, and the Twitch drops went down. And he said the total amount from Twitch drops and codes was 200,000 last month, and it'll be 200,000 this month. So it sounds like it's a fixed number that goes out between Twitch drops, because they lowered the Twitch drops from like 20,000 a week down to 10,000 a week. And so it's obviously it's a budget. There's like a budget of it. And so maybe they ran out. I don't know.
I guess so. Well, we have a new month, so hopefully we're getting more codes, but I guess their lull is because of Labor Day. We had an event issue solved. We were talking about this. Did you notice this bug that went on?
No, I did not. Actually, I feel like I'm online when these bugs come through, and I'm aware of the bugs. This one I did not know about.
All right, so this was on Monday. So for me, this was Labor Day. So for me, this was still the weekend. But in the command center previously, it said play a raid with each of these Hellfire Club members. 20 of them, supposed to be one. That's where the compensation is from. It gets confusing with all the compensation that's going on. So that is what that's from. If you're looking and wondering what this is from this morning, that is why it's there. Okay. We also had a winner of a poll. The next Phoenix Force member is going to be Magneto, winning with 49% of the vote. I guess that's not too surprising to me, but what was surprising to me is this. Spider-Weaver, 26% of vote. I thought for sure the second place would be Venom. Who were you voting for, and who are you hoping for would win? And let me make this clear for everybody watching. This is a new character coming to the game, not a rework of Spider-Gwen or Gwenpool, not a rework of Magneto, not a rework of these Spider-Weavers. So who did you want to win? Were you surprised Magneto won, and all that stuff? What do you think of this vote?
So I was voting for Weaver, and that is only because I'm wanting some sort of MSF original character to branch out further than Marvel Strikeforce. There are other, all these mobile games or games get unique characters. They're original characters, and
Luna Snow. I remember Luna Snow from even before I started playing Strikeforce.
Yeah, and I think even I could be wrong. Well, there's another one too. I'm going to look it up real quick.
Okay.
Anyways, keep talking. I'm going to look it up, and then I'll come back. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to say it wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's another one.
Okay, well, while you're looking that up, let me tell you why I didn't want Weaver to win, because I think Weaver's a cool character. But because this is going to be a brand new character and not a rework, I would rather have Weaver get a rework than a new character. So that was my thinking with this. I thought Venom would be cool because he probably was going to have the symbiote tag. So having someone have the symbiote tag, giving more value to Gore, giving more value to Knull, I think would have been cool. Thematically would have been interesting as well. So I think Venom would have been a great choice, but thematically, Magneto would have been the best choice, I felt. So I was voting between Magneto and Venom.
Okay. Yeah, it was Luna Snow from Marvel Future Fight. But anyways, yeah, I just was kind of hoping that Weaver or Kestrel will make it somewhere else. I just think it'd be pretty cool.
We're getting a new Kestrel.
Yeah, we are
getting a new Kestrel.
So I think So all things being equal, I would have voted for Magneto. But like if it had nothing to do with the MSF original, I just like the idea of something from our game, maybe making it outside of Marvel Strikeforce, into another game or maybe a what if episode or something, right? I just think that'd be cool.
Well, they did say all these characters are canon. All their original characters are canon. So what Marvel chooses to do with it was the Marvel.
But does that even mean anything? How many Marvel characters are there? 10,000?
Something like that. Something like that. All right. Now, as far as I talked about her a little bit, as far as
80,000 characters.
Let me know your guesses in the comments, guys.
So 80,000 characters. Does being canon even mean anything? 80,000 characters. Holy moly.
Well, to me, it means that Marvel has the option to use that character and bring him in, but whether they do or not is stuff. Let me talk about Zombie Kestrel because we mentioned it. We had the announcement that the zombie thing on Disney Plus is starting on the 24th of September. Do you think that we're getting Zombie Kestrel closer to the 24th of September or the 31st of October, closer to Halloween or closer to when that show launches on the Marvel Zombies? What is your guess on that?
Okay, so Marvel Zombies trailer just hit, yesterday or 2 days ago? And if you have not seen
this week,
it was 2 days ago. Go watch it. It is rated R, the TVMA. I think they even cuss in one of the versions of the trailer. I mean, it's animated.
Oh, I watched it without sound on stream. So I guess I gotta go back and watch it.
No, and then there's that Blade hybrid with Moon Knight. I don't know what his name, Blade Knight maybe, he's cutting up a zombie ghost, and it was like straight up Mortal Kombat style. Anyways, I love it. It's Mortal Kombat, and the music was from Baby Metal. I don't know if you remember Baby Metal from
I don't know Baby Metal. I don't know Baby Metal. I wasn't hip enough to know Baby Metal.
Well, you don't have to be hip enough. But it was like a Japanese girl band that was all done to death metal. And it's really wild stuff. Anyways, it's I forgot about it. And then there was a girl named Poppy who was an internet phenomenon, also 10 years ago.
Is that a troll with the Princess
I don't know.
Poppy from the Trolls?
No, it was Poppy. This girl, she would stand there in a white room and look like she was all she's being held hostage, and she goes, "I'm Poppy," and then she looked this way and go, "I'm Poppy." It was really weird. It was this weird. It was this weird She was an artist trying to come up, and then she became death metal, and so. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but the song is
Kestrel and Marvel Strikeforce is where we got to this tangent. We went off a big tangent here.
Yeah.
Kestrel and Marvel Strikeforce, what is your prediction?
I don't think it's going to be this month. I think everything we're going to get this month is going to happen already. We've already got, so we've got the 3 and then the 1. So we've got the Insidious 6 and then the Phantom Rider. So I feel like that's the rest of the month. Because the Marvel Zombie show is on the 24th. So that's 2-3 weeks away. And so I don't know. I mean, you know what?
Good point on that, because we have three more characters. They do 10 days between characters. It's at least 30 days before we get something after Insidious 6. Yeah, so it's going to be October at the earliest. So
if you said first week of October, I'd say fine. It's going to be October. We're going to get Zombie Kestrel in October, right? I don't know when, but in October.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering maybe they're gonna shift it to align with the show, but if they did that, they would have to either push back Insidious 6 or Phantom Rider. I don't know. We'll see. October is a good prediction for that.
I haven't seen anything of interest in a long time on Disney Plus, and I know that I feel like a lot of the stuff that Marvel or even Star Wars, anything Disney related. I'm not their target market anymore. I mean, you know what I mean? They're targeting, 12-year-olds, right? And so
my kids love Disney Plus.
Yeah. So when I see something that is rated R, like the Deadpool movies, I get pretty excited. And this Marvel Zombies rated R. I'm their target market. I'm really looking forward to that.
All right. Well, you've hyped it up a lot more for me. I'm looking forward to it a lot more than before this conversation. So I'm definitely gonna watch that, and hopefully it's all right to watch with the kids because I think they usually get hyped.
Maybe,
about that
maybe
stuff
not.
as well.
If you saw the trailer,
maybe not. I'll have to look at it first.
and I think your daughters are well adjusted. I'm not even sure they would like it though. Even if you were like okay with them watching it, it looks like straight up animated Mortal Kombat. I mean, it looked pretty gory. It's zombies, but they're chopping heads off and cutting people down the middle and spines.
They like horror movies. They like horror movies.
Okay,
they like all that stuff. I'm not as into that stuff as they are, but yeah, they like that stuff. So
it looks like they're using a lot of.
We might watch.
They got
might be a nice family movie for us.
They get Florence Pugh and Paul Rudd. They're using all the voice actor, all the they're using all the characters, the actual MCU characters to voice it. Do the voice acting.
All right, I'm hyped for it. All right. But what I am kind of hyped for is the next version of Battle World. We have this version of Battle World right here. What do you think is going to happen to Knull shards? That's the big thing for players that don't have Knull at 7 stars yet. I know Ryan Jacobson and Pathfinder were talking about it in one of the Strike Spot episodes. They want to just make it available for people. They want people to kind of either do an event or have to grind for it. Do you think they're just going to end up putting it in a supply store? Because they said they want to make it available, but I don't know. That was kind of an option they're looking for. How do you think it's going to...
Why wouldn't it be just in the Battle World store?
I think that would be a good place. All right, so Battle World store is your prediction. I'll say that as well. I want it to be something like that. Put Knull shards there. And I don't know what they're going to use for currency. I guess we're getting the supply credits from Battle World now. So and ISO 8 stuff. So I don't know, I guess, just use those supply credits. Now, what is your date prediction for Battle World 2.0, Void, Century? They were targeting September. We are in September now. We have had no announcements. We've had no discussion privately either about it. When do you think it is coming?
That's exactly where I was going to say. So the answer to the question is that normally when stuff is coming, they've asked us to pre-test it, or they're at least talking to us about it. You and both agree. They've told us nothing, zero. So that means it's not ready. That's what I think. Not
necessarily, because there's sometimes they tell us to tell nothing. Oh, this thing is launching tomorrow. I'm like, wait, we didn't get what is this? So
no,
usually that is the case, but there are some times that they surprise us with things.
Do you think they're going to do that with Battle World?
I don't think so, but that is a small chance of possibility. It's not a 0 chance.
Okay, so
but when do you think it's coming? Towards the end of September? Because
I think it's coming later than sooner. I also feel that way about Warpoint 2. We're not hearing anything about that either, because they talked about War 2.0, right? They wanted to change War. They talked about Battle World 2.0. I don't know. I don't think any of it's. I mean, it could be November, December for all I know.
True. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the leaderboard for Knull, because I know some people are going to be pushing for this. It is based on XLs, which is kind of weird, because if you're already in the danger room, how are you going to get XLs? Or is this a new danger room that's coming up? Blast Wave Orb Fragments, and I guess the big separator here, power cores. Have you been? Are you going to spend power cores, or are you going to unlock some Insidious 6 while this is live, or are you going to I'm going to skip Scorpion? What are you? How are you going to approach this event? Are you pushing for these diamonds for Knull, or are you like, all right, let me just get some milestones and I'm going to chill after that?
So I do like the idea of diamonds on Knull, and I'm a value-based player. If I can sneak my way easily into getting a 1 diamond Knull without any pain points, you know what I'm talking about. Usually, was that top 5,000? Or
what is the 1 diamond Knull?
Top 5,000.
Top 5,000.
Top 5,000. Like I'd be willing to do that. If me falling outside of the top 5,000 and unlocking Scorpion. So I've not unlocked Scorpion. I wasn't planning on unlocking Scorpion. So that is what's going to be the determination for me, is like, do I need to unlock Scorpion now? Now I prefer to not unlock Scorpion now. Whenever there's a release of 3 characters, the general strategy is to core the last 2 and then wait on the first one. And the first one generally is available, through something. Like they've always done some sort of like, get 100 shards here for doing this danger room or some sort of an event. And then you don't even have to buy the first of the 3 characters. You only need to core 2 of the 3 characters. So, but what will change my mind? Well, if it's the difference between getting a 1 diamond or not, maybe.
Big difference between 5,001 and 5,000, right? So yeah, if that's gonna push me over,
yeah, right.
I'm gonna spend cores as well. Now the other input here, I'm gonna ask you about a potential bug here. Scorpion 5 yellow stars. If you just unlock Scorpion and you take him into what is it? Not arena, live arena, the real-time arena. Will you get all 5 stars? Because remember that bug with Mr. Fantastic? How if you play the balance draft, you get one at 7 stars right away. Do you think that bug is still going to be here? Is unlocking Scorpion going to get you all of these milestones?
Well, this event
choose
starts
to go into
today.
live arena.
How long is the event for? That's what I don't know. Also, how long is the event?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm guessing a few days. I'm guessing. Odin was here for 2 weeks. Do you think it's going to be here for 2 weeks?
Well, it wasn't in the blog post. I don't remember. Maybe this information was in the blog post. I'm not even sure. I'll look it up.
Let's go to the blog post. Let's go to the blog post here. It does not say. It just has a starting date. So, predictions. What is your prediction for when? 2 weeks like Odin? 1 week? I think it's gonna be 1 week. I think it's gonna be 1 week. I think it's gonna be 1 week. 7 days. 5 to 7 days
here. Yeah. Like, so a lot of this, this, like, we're recording this 4 hours, probably the time of people watching the video. The information will be for you in game. And I think whether or not I go for Scorpion now or not, largely is going to be based on how long this event is, right? We'll have to see.
All right. So my prediction, though, is 7 days. We'll see if that's it's probably live at the time that you're watching this. But there's another event going on right now, and it's a pretty good event. I would recommend doing this. If you're level 105, commander level 105, you can do this. But all you need to do, take up any character at level 105. I brought my Vulture up. Did you do these milestones yet?
I did not. What's funny is I'm sitting. Does it give you? Wait, do you have to go from 0 to 105 or just to?
No. You have to go level 101, 102. So if you had your Vulture at level 100, brought him up to the max before Gear Tier 20 was out, just bring him to the level 105. You can do that with Shocker. You could do that with any tech character.
Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket. I think Yellow Jacket's the worst of all that infestation. Oh, thank you. Well, Valley, I just did it right now. I just took my Ant-Man. Oh, you can see it up there.
And then what do we get? What do we get? I see him. I see him behind you. I see him behind you. Wait, move your head again. Look at him. Look at him. He's right there. All right, so 2 orbs, 2 Gear Tier 20 orbs you get for doing that. So the Vulture was something I want to do anyway. Make sure you guys do this. How long is it? 3 more days. So you get 3 more days to do this. Make sure you do this. Don't forget about that. But let's talk about Scorpion. I don't think I'm going to unlock him. And like what you said, usually if you invest in the second and third character, usually through events, the first characters that are released in a team, you can get them unlocked and build them up. I don't think he adds anything right now. You're not gonna be able to do more raids. I think Orca still works, especially with the Annihilation Raids, no Omega. So I don't think I'm gonna unlock him. I'm gonna do kind of what you're doing. Look at the power cores, maybe spend power cores on unlocking him, maybe spend power cores on something else. I think I'm going to push for the event though. But if getting him unlocked and potentially using him in a real-time arena gets me that diamonds for Knull, maybe. But if not, I don't see any other value from a gameplay perspective in unlocking him. What value does Scorpion add in any game mode at this point? He does have that Sinister 6 tag, so will he help with War or Crucible? I don't think he's going to help in raids at all, but what will he do in other game modes?
So Infestation, right? You can put him on defense with Infestation and drop Yellow Jacket, but I don't think that's going to matter much. So that's only going to matter to a hyper-competitive War defense team, whatever, right? I don't care, because
I'm not building up Infestation.
Well, it's one of those things. I feel like it's going to be a value proposition. If you have a Infestation with Scorpion, then there's going to be a certain counter, and that may take from another place. Because sometimes defenses are set up in hyper-competitive war alliances where they're setting up defenses that all require the same counter, and so then you run out of those counters, and then you're stuck in a spot where you can't finish, or you get stuck on a certain boss or like a certain mythical. But here's the thing. When I was playing the 3-piece Insidious 6, they almost all of their tags require all three of them being together. So like even in war, you're probably going to want to put them on offense. So like between now and the third character coming out, you might want to put them, like, let's say you're a Mega Kraken, right? You maybe between now and the third character coming out, you would want them on defense and war. But after the third character comes out, you're probably going to want them keep the three of them together for Crucible and for Alliance. I just don't see it. I just don't see why I need to get this guy now.
So other than events and pushing for events, there's no value for Scorpion at this point.
I love it. Unless you really care about war.
I agree with you on that. I don't see any value other than pushing for potentially that event. Blastaar, how are you enjoying Blastaar?
He needs reds. Yeah, this guy's just, he's too fragile right now.
That is my question. When do you think his Red Star event is coming? If my memory is serving me correctly, we got it pretty right away for Quasar.
Yeah.
We've had him for about a month. We're in month 2 for Blastaar. When do you think we're going to be getting Red Stars for him? Do you think they're holding it back on purpose? Do you think they forgot about it? What is the rationale of holding these Red Stars back?
They're supposed to be 3 monthly events.
We've already missed out on one because we're in month 2 already.
I don't know. It's really weird. So they did say with Quasar that they weren't happy with that process and they wanted to do something different. They wanted more Red Stars distributed, is what they said. I remember that now. I rewatched the video several times, and there were 2 ways of interpreting it, but I believe the general interpretation is that they felt like not enough people got the reds on Quasar and they wanted to make the reds more accessible. Well, that has not happened. How many people have it now? None.
Well, it's equal. It's equal. Everybody has the same amount of reds.
Well, what do they want to do? Another thing too is, you know, the awakened abilities, reds and yellows are really going to make him. Obviously, he's a good character, right? But just right now, I play him and I'm like, oh my God, you know, it's just like, I mean, it's cool that he has like that assist with basics and all that stuff and builds up charges. But it's like, I got wrecked by this guy, where he should have been able to delete an in-game Thanos, but no, he just dropped him into red and then in-game Thanos passive dropped. And I was just like, oh my God, it's do some damage, you know, just like, and if he had reds or even maybe more yellows, it wouldn't have happened. So he's been nothing but disappointment so far.
All right. Well, hopefully they figure out a solution, how they're going to get all the red stars in the players' hands very, very soon. Let's go to Annihilation Raids. Let's talk about a bug, a warning. I made this mistake and I have to buy some energy to show this bug. So basically on this last note, hopefully we beat it here. So one thing that I'm noticing, very annoying, every day I have to reset this. Is that how these are supposed to work, or is that a bug also?
That'll get fixed. There's no way they're going to leave it like that because that is beyond annoying.
All right, so let me go in and sim this note. Oh, hopefully we could win because I did not upgrade my character sim this yesterday, and we defeat. All right, let me pause the video and heal up these guys. All right, let me sim this again. And the annoying part here, we should win now. The annoying part is, as we go into this difficulty, see, it switched back to normal difficulty. I made this mistake, got very trash rewards instead of getting all these good rewards here, gear tier 20 pieces here. This is an annoying bug. When do you think this is going to be fixed? This week? Next week? Because they're on vacation this week. We haven't even had a announcement about this publicly yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if it shouldn't reset at the beginning of every raid, and this node shouldn't reset.
And then not this boss node, this boss node. My goodness, so annoying. So annoying. All right, so be careful, guys. Just wanted to make you aware, if you are just simming it all, don't do that. Make sure you're looking at your difficulty, at least at that boss node, and then the first node as well. So hopefully they give a solution. Hopefully there's some compensation. Hopefully there's some gear tier 20 pieces as well. I did want to mention some Crucible bugs. Unfortunately, this was a busy weekend for me, and it was a Labor Day weekend, so I didn't play Crucible as much as I should have. But there's a few rooms that were bugged. Let me just talk about what I'm hearing, and then I'll get your response. So in room 1, there's a problem with health steal going out. Room 3, what I'm hearing is these legendary characters, the buffs are going out even though they're not legendary. It's supposed to just spread to adjacent characters, going out to everybody is what I'm hearing. And then in room 6, what I'm hearing is it's giving true damage to your opponent and your own tunes. instead of the damage. So there's something weird with the damage. I'm hearing that it's something with the global rules. What did this affect you at all? And did you notice any of these bugs? What are you hearing about any of these potential bugs?
So I'm going to tell you the way I played it. You want to hear how I played it, Valley?
Yes.
And I did.
Yes.
And I did well. I went 3-0, but whatever.
Kicking names and taking butts.
Outside of room 1, I play it like there's no room buffs.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like room 1 matters, right? And then you have to play around with ISOs.
Unless they got Thanos. Yeah, Thanos.
Yeah, no, you
makes
have to
it
play.
horrible.
No, you got to play around with room 1, but the rest of the rooms, like the buffs are kind of like yeah, there is some minor advantages, disadvantages, but using the correct team comp to defeat the opponent is way more important than being mindful of the room buffs. You know, like it's a weighting, right? Which is more important, correct team comp or taking into account the room buffs? I basically ignored the room rolls on 2 through 6 and used the correct counters as much as I could, rather than trying to make like adjustments specifically for the room. But room 1, you really have to be careful with. Room 1 has to be played a certain way. Specifically, you know, you need to get through those death proofs. Probably Medusa is a thing.
Yeah, this is it's a tough one. Now, do you prefer Cosmic Crucible seasons like this, where you have to watch one room, the rest of them are kind of vanilla, or do you prefer like every room, like, all right, I gotta do very specific here, I gotta watch stuff here? Do you enjoy the more complicated ones or the more simple ones like this?
I suppose the only thing that kind of drives me nuts is have to play with your ISOs last minute, and you're like, oh my god, for this, you know, I don't mind room 1, but I feel like that room is just all about Thanos. That ends up just being a Thanos room. I don't know. I don't know if I have an opinion. I feel like I like the room rules to be a little bit stronger, if that makes any sense.
So you have to watch it a little more, take that into account a little bit more than just counters.
Yeah.
I go back and forth. Sometimes I like it super easy. Sometimes I'm like, all right, let me figure all this out.
I don't have a strong opinion on it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not. My opinion is not consistent on that. All right. War. All right. You mentioned it a little bit before, but we are in the same alliance. I don't know if you guys have been following this channel for a while, but I have not been playing War competitively for years now. But since you joined, I got some stats for you, Mobile. We are 5-6 in War since you joined. Or wait, not 5-6. We've won 5 out of 6. Very different than 5-6.
Oh, really?
We've won 5 out of 6. I have no idea what our record was before, but yeah, I guess we're becoming a War alliance. So, what is your enjoyment level of War now? And do you like just doing whatever you want?
I like the time zone you guys are in. It's been great. I mean, it's very relaxed, you know, and I'm just trying to you know, go 10 for 10 or whatever it is, you know what I mean, or 10 for 11. You know, that's all I've been doing. But the timing of when the war starts, it works a lot better for me. I can stream it when it goes live, and then I kind of just run through it. It's been great. I know that you guys don't take Alliance War seriously, and you know, if they incentivized playing War more, you know, through rewards or something like that, frankly, I might have to jump back into a hyper competitive War alliance. But you know, I do enjoy War, and I know you don't, but I do. I just enjoy it.
I don't enjoy the timing of War. Now, in our alliance, War's fine, you know, because it's not like specific tax. Oh, you got to be on, because it's pretty casual. I didn't enjoy it when it was like, oh, you have to use this counter. I don't enjoy it when it's super competitive and having to plan my attacks and be on for 24 hours and come back and look, oh, my team doesn't match. I didn't like that. I like it now that I can just go and attack. Unfortunately, though, the rewards aren't that good. When they're milestones, I push on this. Same thing with Crucible. The rewards aren't as valuable for me. But so I like this if I have time and I can think about stuff. But same thing with Crucible. So that's I'm doing my 10 attacks. I'm doing my 10 attacks.
I do like that kind of stuff that you're talking about. I do like the competitive war space. I would like it more if there was rewards. It's not an absolute thing like gameplay over rewards. I like both. Like I like
there should be a balance, right?
I like meaningful gameplay with meaningful rewards. Some people don't care about meaningful gameplay, and I think I care about gameplay more than a lot of people. Where some people would be happy getting a calendar or playing Blitz or whatever and getting a lot of rewards. I just if I'm smashing buttons mindlessly and just for the rewards is not very satisfying.
I wish I had a consistent opinion on that, but my opinion on that is not very consistent either. Sometimes I'm enjoying the min-max of the game and, being really grindy. And if I don't have a lot of time, just clicking buttons, getting stuff. But if I have time,
right,
I play Dangerum. I'm competitive in Crucible. If I like both of it. And it depends on my time. If I have a lot of time, I want to just click buttons. If I don't, I want to
I agree with that
use
too.
my mind.
Because when I was on vacation, some of the min-max stuff that I like when I'm home, which would be like Danger Room and Crucible, actually felt very inconvenient when I was on vacation.
Yeah, so it's on my time. I want it super complicated and grindy when I have time, and I want it super simple when I don't have a lot of time.
Right.
All right. Sebastian Shaw is going to the Antimatter store tomorrow. What are you buying in the Antimatter store now? I'm not sure what to buy now. Before I had Professor X, I was just buying all these Gear Tier 20 pieces. I'm kind of buying some shards. I look at Rachel Summers. She's close to the next level, so I'm kind of looking at this. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing in the store? I'm not sure what to chase right now. We kind of the same problem. I'm not sure what to chase after we got Professor X.
So there is an advantage to taking Invisible Woman as high as possible.
In Arena, yeah.
In Arena. So you want me to get into the detail of why that is? It has to do with the Professor X, the opposing Professor X.
I feel it. She one-shots us. I'll build it up to you.
Well, it's not only that, but no, it has to do with whether or not your Professor X is getting targeted when they take a turn based on the opposing Professor X, because they're targeting the one with the highest damage. And so that means that your Professor X is taking the brute of all of the mind control from the opposing Professor X, unless you take your Invisible Woman all the way up to 3 diamonds.
Oh, I wasn't looking at the passives and all that. I was just like, man, that Invisible One's bigger than mine. Oh, I'm dead.
Well, so I'll give you an example of how.
That's why.
So this is really wild. People that have like a 1 red star or no red star Professor X sometimes have an advantage right now in the arena, because what's happening is you go into battle and they're targeting something other than Professor X, and their Professor X is surviving.
All right, so maybe instead of bringing Emma or Apocalypse as a 5th, maybe bringing someone with huge damage. I don't know.
Yeah, she's got to be all the way up though, and going from 6 to 7 is 300 shards. It's no small task. So,
no,
I had some leftover Ultra Cores. There was an offer. I don't know if it's still up, where it was $10 US, 100 Ultra Cores. And it was like 60 shards of each member of the Fantastic 3.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. I'm not sure if it's still there though.
There was and you could only buy 2 of them. And I only had 100 cores, 100 Ultra Cores left over from, like I said, I haven't spent.
It might be gone. It might be gone.
But anyways, it was an offer for a couple days. And it was leftovers from when I stopped spending like 3 months ago.
All right, last thing. Shadow King event is back, and I started to do this. I did this first node, and then this was just so annoying trying to get through this. What is it? Sinister 6 and Superior 6 and Leader with my Illuminati. I was like, yeah, it's not worth it. Now there is some gold. I need the gold, but other than that, there's no Gear Tier 20. All Gear Tier 19 at the highest. There are some crimson pieces.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to do this.
There's a total of 9 uniques. That's the only thing that'll be worth it. But it's like, well, click on each one of those 3 uniques and see if you even need them. Like I clicked on them. I had like, you got 110, you got 86. Yeah, I don't know why you need to.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think I'm going to do it. Are you going to do yours?
No.
Even on stream for content and filling time? Because that's what I was doing this. But like, damn, this second node is just so annoying. I don't.
Are you using OG? You need OG. Yeah, OG. There's why when you go into node, there's those multiple cravens on the back line, and
that's what is this problem.
Yeah. If you use the OG Iron Man, you can expend the ability blocks and the stuns or whatever those OG Cravens, and then you're kind of just waiting. Then once you get through that, then you're kind of stalling for that Green Goblin Classic to drop towards the end, and then you have to delete that Green Goblin Classic right away, or else you have a problem.
All right, you know what? I don't need these rewards, but just that is kind of really interesting to me. After we're done recording, I think I'm going to go back and try.
Yeah,
you
have to
just to go back and see the beginning code. Because
the problem too with those two Cravens is they're on the back row, and it's hard to target them because it's like
it's hard to see them. It's hard to see them and see what buffs they have and debuffs they have.
Oh yeah, it's kind of a
which one's ability block, which one's stun. I can't tell.
It's a UI mess back there. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But that is about it for Marvel Strike Force. Kind of a light week this week. I think there should be some bigger things coming up next week. I think they should all be back from their Labor Day vacation. Any other final thoughts? Your enjoyment of Marvel Strike Force? Anything else that I forgot to discuss?
I'm taking the game a lot less serious right now, and it's actually improved my enjoyment of the game. I'm just not taking it as seriously.
I think that's been me since Professor X, and I'm enjoying it too. You know, there's not a lot that's going on, but I don't have a big problem with it. I think it's cool.
We didn't talk about it, but if I were to make a prediction, is that they're going to drop Purple 4 and 5, and there's going to be an Odin type chase surrounding that.
See, I thought we would have the information about that before we unlock Professor X. I thought as soon as we got Odin, like, oh, that's what they're doing every year. Beginning of the year, a new chase that requires gear. End of the year, another chase that requires ISO 8, and I thought they would be flipping back and forth. I'm a little surprised we don't even have any mention of 4 and 5 right now publicly. So, yeah.
I'll just say it right now, like a large part of the game for me is, you know, these Dark Dimension characters and chasing them, you know what I mean? And like trying to get Mephisto and trying to get Apocalypse and trying to get Odin and trying to get Professor X and, you know, whatever it is, right? And if there isn't one, I'm super, like, you know, no complaints that, you know, I basically Quasar and Blastaar are login calendars, but at the same time, there's no chase. It's not even like in an event or something to plan around or something to work towards. It's just like, yeah, you know, here you go. You're playing the game. Here you get the characters for free.
I agree. That Gear Tier 20 chase is so annoying, but that's what keeps me logging in and keeps me coming back. I'm like, oh, I don't have this complete. I gotta complete it. And now I don't have that. So I don't know. Hopefully next week we get some announcements of good stuff, or maybe tomorrow on the Friday's blog post we get some announcements of some stuff coming up that I'm like, ooh, I got to chase for this.
Let me ask you a question, because I think this is a real question, because I think there's no wrong answer to this question. I'm sure, you know, if you're watching this video, you can answer the question differently. But like when we were doing Apocalypse, like every single legendary character leading up to Apocalypse was a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
You know, and there was some issues with that. I remember Morgan Le Fay being a mess and so on, and your Red Hulk and all that. But did you even enjoy that?
That was very fun. That was very fun. The problem was people that didn't start in that time. They had to go back and upgrade bad characters. But if you did it during the time, the characters you were upgrading were good characters. It was great.
Yeah,
you know, we talked about that and stuff. That was my favorite part in the game, the Apocalypse chase. So
like, and I'm sure half the people will agree with you and half the people will say I hated it or whatever, but I'm in the same camp as you. Is like, I remember that being kind of challenging, and there was some satisfaction of getting the character and going through the nodes and learning how to do the scourges and playing it. And I'm sure there's a large percentage of players that hated it, right? You know, but for me, it's like,
I would question that, because I think the players that did it during the time enjoyed it. The players that had to go back the year after it done, or anybody going through it now, it kind of sucks. But at the time, I think the enjoyment of the community was a lot.
There were some
higher than if you just said right now.
There were some problems with the leaderboard, specifically with Morgan Le Fay, and I remember Morgan Le Fay, and I remember not liking that. But like once they got it all sorted out, I was like, oh, okay, I like this, and I feel like sure, it's awesome that we get a free Blastaar, and sure that we get a free Quasar, but like, you know, like, okay, cool.
Is the problem with that because you're just getting it for free? They're just giving it to you instead of you earning it? Does it feel better if you have to earn it?
I think it does. I think I'm saying I like the chase is what I'm trying to say.
I do too. I mean, that's
don't know
exactly why I'm going into the other game, because I feel incomplete. I have to fulfill that chase.
I mean, I know that we're getting him essentially for free, but that's fine. And why, like, what can I complain about that? It's like someone handing out $100 bills and I'm complaining because it's folded, right? I get that, but it just feels very like blah. Like, I don't feel like there's anything to it. I don't feel anything at all. It's just like, okay.
Because you don't have to really grind. The grinding that you're doing is just kind of doing normal daily play. And
maybe I just like to be tortured with the chase and events. I don't know. Maybe I like the struggle. I have no idea.
I'm thinking like the psychology, right? The harder that grind is, the more value that end reward feels. But if you don't have that struggle, you're just getting it for free. Like, oh, yeah, this is cool.
Well,
instead of
let me frame it a different way, because I think there's opinion.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with what you're saying. I'm just trying to figure out the why.
I don't know either, because like I know I should be happy that they're just giving me, but I'll tell you this: every single day in chat, somebody pops in and said, "Hey, Mobileboomer, I unlocked Professor X today, and I was number XYZ. It happened. It happens to you too, right? Something like the person is saying like, I earned this character.
Yeah.
I struggled to get this character.
I mean, even newer players, Apocalypse, people have to get Apocalypse and Skrull, and
yes.
everybody's happy when they get those,
when
right?
someone said, "Oh my God, MobileGamer, I love hearing this, by the way. I unlocked Odin today, or whatever it is, right? But like, nobody says that about Blastaar. Nobody's saying that about Quasar. I'll tell you that.
No, I think the intention of the devs are right? Give more stuff to players, make them feel good. But I think the back end of that is like, I just got this. I didn't have to earn this, and I think it feels way better to earn stuff than to just be given stuff. And I think that's where thing is. So I think the devs have good intentions, but I don't know. It's not as
I don't even have a good explanation for this. Like, why I feel this way. Like, I feel like we should just be happy. Like I said, the $100 bill thing. They're handing out $100 bills, and I'm complaining because it's folded, right?
Here's the thing: do you enjoy that $100 that somebody gives you, or you go and work and not enjoy? What is more valuable to you? The $100 that somebody gives you, or you go out and do a hard day's work in the hot sun and you earn that $100? What has more meaning and value?
I'll give you an example. If you could take a helicopter to the top of Mount Everest, would it have the same meaning
as climbing up? No, climbing would be way more.
I think that's what I'm trying to say.
The harder the chase is, the more value that end reward is, I think. So I think that's why we need to chase Scopely. Give us ISO 4 and 5. Give us another character that we have to chase. Yeah,
I mean,
I think that's what the problem is.
I don't want it to be punishing. I don't want it to be expensive. I don't want it to be unattainable. I want it to be something that, where, like, when I actually do it, it feels like, oh, I did something. That was kind of fun. I had a good time doing it. And I feel like Apocalypse had that feeling.
Let me push back on the punishing, because again, if you have to go through a lot of punishment, you're gonna like that reward that you get, because the punishment is done.
And I just want to say I'm acutely aware that not everybody agrees with me on this. And like, some people just don't want to do that stuff. They feel like it's like I'm getting left behind, and it's the game is about spending money. I mean, these are real objections.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Scopely does. I just want fun and be like, I gotta log in. I have to log in. I can't miss this. And I kind of enjoy that FOMO. So hopefully they bring that back. I haven't really experienced that for about a week or a couple weeks in the game. So hopefully when they come back, this is kind of a light week, but hopefully it changes next week. All right. If you enjoyed this video, got some value from it, check out the other videos on the channel. Check me out on social media. Check out the video I did all about the 10 best characters farm right now. Make sure you go to MobileGamer's streams. He has the largest streams in the whole community. He has a lot of the videos that go out in there, so make sure you check him out. Any quick final thoughts?
No.
Okay, you ready for a fist bump? All right, Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin, MobileGamer out. Have a great one, guys. Oh, you got a double fist bump on me.